From beautiful Rich Harvest Farms in Sugar Grove, Illinois, Go TV presents your International Diamond Cup featured foursome.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Rich Harvest Farms. We are thrilled to be here on this beautiful day. Dave Benson alongside Chris Walke, and we're anticipating some great and perhaps not so great golf here on the par 3 fifth. Chris, a tricky hole. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a short hole. It's 125 yards long. The green complex is very difficult. The green's very undulating. There's a wind factor involved, especially in the afternoon here, that wreaks havoc on picking the correct club and getting the yardage correct. There's also water short of the green, water left of the green. It's not too good to go very long either. The grass is kind of long back there, so if you do hit a good shot here, there's a slope to the right of the pin. If somebody can hit that slope there, it might trickle right back down the hole. Might see a hole-in-one today.
You know who might be able to do that is Jennifer Johnson. She's an up-and-comer on the women's circuit, and she is joining the group here today. She'll be hitting 17 tee shots at this green. It's a pretty good chance one of them might go in.
Yeah, Jennifer's a good player. I think if she picks the right club, it might go in.
She may put some pressure on the rest of the people in this field, however, because let's face it, these guys are not the greatest golfers. There are some decent golfers, but I was down on the practice range earlier, Chris, and some of these swings were nasty.
Yeah, we got a mixed bag of players. We got some good players. We got some higher handicappers. You know, what can you do? Work on a few grips, try to make it hit it a little more solid. That's all we can do.
Bottom line, just try to keep your head down and hit the ball. It sounds so easy, but it never is. All right, time to meet our featured foursome. David Hughes, joined by Dino Vanellis, Jay Naples, and Michael Joyce. And they are approaching the tee box right now. Let's get you down there, and we're joined by Jill Carlson.
Thanks, Dave. Well, these guys come up to the tee box. They're smoking cigars. Do you think they have any game with these cigars?
Hopefully. I mean, this is a challenging par 3, but I know they can get it done.
Jay?
Well,
The truth?
we're going to do it here, I think.
You do?
We're going to be at least one under on this hole.
At least one under on this hole.
At least.
So maybe two guys get on the green and make birdie putts?
I'm thinking all four of us are going to be on the green.
That hasn't been done today. I'm just going to let you all know. Not one group has all hit the green. So if you guys think you can do that today.
8 strokes out, so we can brag, I think, and we're going to show you here that we can make a comeback on the last few holes.
All right, let's let the comeback begin.
All right, thank you very much, Jill. So here's Jennifer Johnson to try and lead things off for this quartet. And Jennifer's got a pretty nice stroke.
Yeah, she does have a very good golf swing.
She's definitely trying to feel out that wind, which is gusting and swirling and causing all kinds of problems here today. We've seen it have more negative impact than positive impact on the shots that we've seen here on our featured foursome hole.
For sure. I think she's had a little trouble with the wind. This one actually looks pretty good. Maybe she's got the right distance, right direction this time. Spin back.
And that is going to start
this has got a
tracking back.
chance.
And it's going to not track close enough to the hole, but that's a fantastic effort there. And that sets the bar pretty high for the rest of this foursome. So first up out of this foursome will be Jay Naples.
Coming right at us on the right side of the green.
Got a lot of loft under that shot, but he is going to be dancing.
Pick the right club. He's going to have a tough putt.
Next up on the tee box is David Hughes. Says he's got a slow swing. When asked to describe it, says he's been golfing for about 23 years. Plays about once a week, which isn't too bad.
Let's see what happens. Didn't look that slow to me.
No, neither do I. Kicked up a lot of dirt there, and well, it wants to roll a little bit, but just a couple of rolls, and it's going to hang out back there on the back side of the green. That's not going to be a very easily made putt either. Dino Vanellis, the next one up on the tee box. Dino, a nice swing, and that's looking like it's going right at it.
Is it enough?
It is on the green. A little more, and it would have trickled back down towards the hole, but sitting right there, and that looks like out of the ones we've seen so far put on the green, the most makeable.
Yeah, I think I'd take that one.
Finally finished off with the lefty Michael Joyce out of St. Louis.
I just fell straight back out of that one, hit it off to the left. That's not very good.
No, not a good effort at all for Michael. Well, as they make their way towards the green, let's get you down to the fourth member of our broadcast crew. A short time ago, Tim Morris spoke with Navistar's Jack Allen.
Thank you very much, Dave. Talking to Jack Allen, president of the North American Truck Group. And Jack, this has been a special, special day, hasn't it?
Well, Rich Harvest is a one-of-a-time location for our guests to come. We had beautiful weather. People played well. People had a great time. And we're thrilled to be able to host our dealers and our customers again this year at another fine venue for a great event and relationship building and being able to thank our customers for their business.
What is it about a golf course where, you know, a lot of business gets done and a lot of camaraderie? It's just a special place to get together.
Well, it's very rare in the environment we live in today to be able to spend any real quality time with customers. So to get an opportunity to come out and have lunch and spend 5 hours on the golf course and have dinner is really unique. And the beauty of Rich Harvest is, you know, this is the kind of place that very few people get the opportunity to play. And that's what makes it so special.
I understood you made a wise decision today. You not play golf. You fished instead. You did well.
Well, I wanted to host and be able to go around and talk to all the customers. But then someone put a fishing pole in my golf cart, so we went fishing. And they have 3 or 4 real big stock lakes here and caught a few bass and had a great time.
No double bogeys.
No double bogeys, no.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. All right, thanks, Tim. While we were away, Michael Joyce decided to pick up out of this hole. And so that leaves just the 3 men standing to try and finish this out. And we've got a number of birdie tries coming up, the first of which will be Jay Naples. And what do you see happening on this putt, Chris?
Yeah, this is that putt again. No one's playing it high enough today. Everybody's going to play a little higher, a little softer. Just too hard there.
Yeah, he played that plenty high and plenty hard, unfortunately. And that's going to almost go through the fringe.
Mm-hmm.
So now David Hughes, and this putt might even be more tricky than the last one.
This is very, very tricky. But he looks like he's going to play this high enough. He looks like he's going to hit up in the fringe, let it die up there, and run down to the hole.
You like this play?
I like this play. A little
Maybe.
hard, a little too hard. Right idea, just didn't execute it properly.
And that one does go right off the green, so he's going to have a decision to make here on his 3rd shot. Now Dino's try at making a birdie, and again, you think the right call here is to put it up high?
Well, he's at a little different angle. This is actually kind of a makeable putt, I think. Just a little bit right to left, fairly flat, slightly downhill, but I think it's negotiable. Good speed.
A little bit of bounce on the initial contact, but not too shabby. Would have liked to have gotten a little bit higher up on that ridge, but he's going to have a nice uphill try coming back for the par. All right, so back to Hughes.
So here we are again using the putter. You know, sometimes you get that ball to roll through the grass properly, but a lot of time it hops and takes off on you, so we'll see how he does. There it is. It jumped on him. Not too bad of a leave, though.
Now while those guys look those over, let's send it over to Tim Morris, who has some other action from today.
Thank you very much, Dave. Well, the Diamond Cup, as always, a mixed bag. Some good and some bad. Let's start with Jeff Banyan. This, not one of his brighter moments, a little bit of a top on the 7th hole. But Mike Lahr, how about a bright moment? Look at this approach shot. He sticks it from about 150 yards out to about 5 feet, and he would make the birdie. Mike, very happy with that. You look like you knew what you were doing.
No, actually, I'm glad I had the caddy there, but we both were at it right outside the edge and turned right in like we thought.
And Phil Werman on the 4th hole of the Gold Course. Watch this putt. Downhill. This is tricky, and it falls. Nice job. So a little bit surprising, a very difficult golf course, but a lot of good shots. I know you guys have seen some good shots on that featured par 3 hole too. So I'll throw it back out to you.
All right, thank you, Tim. This is a little bit of a tricky putt here coming up for Jay Naples, because that grass could impede the blade of the club, couldn't it?
Yes, definitely. Probably should use a sandwich and belly it, but he might be okay.
He does make nice contact, and that's got a chance. He leaves it just a little bit short, so he's going to have the tap in there for bogey, and he'll go ahead and get his ball out of the way. And that'll leave Dino with his shot at trying to make a par here.
Pretty straight uphill putt. He's looking at the line pretty intensely. This is for par. I'm sure he wants to make it.
I think that's an understatement. Oh, Dino. Dino hit that ball very hard.
On the tour, we say we caught a nerve on that one.
Yeah. Whatever he cut, it was uncomfortable. And he's going to finish out with a bogey, and now here's Hughes coming back to try and finish off a bogey. So 3 bogeys on this hole, and a disappointing hole for everybody in this foursome, but most disappointing for Michael Joyce, who picked up. So what happened? You picked up. Everybody else put it on the green. You felt like you.
Well, they've been carrying me all day. Might as well let them continue doing it. So.
You're just throwing up the white flag.
Oh, on this hole, yes. I figured they'd get down in 2. So 3-putter, get a 3 or maybe 4.
Well, it
so.
might have been a smart decision because at least you didn't have to walk away with a bogey. Just an empty scorecard.
That's true.
Better luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.